Hello, and welcome to another in our series of Made in Melbourne. When HSV began producing programs back in 1956, it all happened the other side of this door, in Studio One. Even by 1956 standards, it was a small studio, but producers, directors, technicians and performers created miracles, turning out tens of thousands of hours of shows from this limited space. If all those programs were played continuously, end-to-end, 24/7, they'd run for years. And that doesn't include the commercials. So tonight, we dedicate this program to Studio One.
Relax, let yourself go.
Leave it go, you dopey so-and-so.
There are two ways you can look at tonight's lead story.
If these walls could only talk. Ugh. Over there was the set for the Happy Show.
Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Over there, the detectives' offices for Homicide. And right about here, the red corner for TV Ringside.
Big left hook now. Santos and down goes White.
Could I have some lights down here, please? There's not much point talking about the studio if we can't see it. Because of its illustrious history, Studio One is treated like a shrine. What's happened to the lights? Yes, well, this really is Studio One. This is where it all happened. The building was converted in 1956, and all these cameras and bits of equipment were used to send out the shows through the transmission tower up on the roof. In fact, the main supports for that tower up there are down here, in the four corners of Studio One. Unlike this studio, South Melbourne was a very different place 50 years ago. No modern high-rise apartments. It was an old, unfashionable inner-city suburb with working-class cottages, small factories, no parking meters, and a football team that had won its last premiership 23 years ago in 1933. But everything's changed, especially the footy premiership. Go the Swans. And they went, didn't they? But back in '56, it was HSV that brought big changes, not just to the area, but to the whole of Melbourne. One of 7 Melbourne's early productions dominated the new media, capturing a huge audience and earning unbelievable ratings. The show was Your Hit Parade.
All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy. The whole world can see that you were meant for me.
To stand by for Catch a Falling Star.
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, never let it fade away.
Now here's a delightful domestic scene. He, she, and it.
We belong to a mutual admiration society. My baby and me.
We all were such a great team on Hit Parade, and you know, we sort of meld for the 18 months we were in it. We melded into a pretty solid team, and by the end of it, we were sort of one of the most popular shows on television at the time.
Make me know you love me, the same way I love you, little girl.
It was live to air, which in itself was nerve-wracking. The fortunate thing about it was that we were performing to records. It wasn't just the miming that gave it a verisimilitude. We were acting out little parts.
Someday I'm gonna write the story of my life.
As a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
A one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater sure looks strange to me.
One-eyed.
50 years of 7 Melbourne, the TV moments and events that shaped generations.
Harold drowned on a Sunday morning, probably Monday before we actually got to air live.
Join us for a special trip down memory lane.
Technology over 50 years has just made it so much better.
That's Flashback in 7 News. Make the switch this Sunday at 6.